Hello, my name is Venetia Maoji. I'm applying to be a volunteer. So, firstly, I would like to give my permission to allow my video to be used for social media purposes and on like social media platform basically. Um, yeah, so I'd like to say that I have a picture of paper as well on the side. Just to have a summary of my concise points as well. So I'll be referring back to that as well. So yeah, starting with the video, the first question is to introduce one unique feature of my community. And I think one of the unique feature of my community is its cultural diversity. I feel like it's a very unique strength as well that can bring the community closer and strengthen it as well. So, because I know, like, if you go through a single street, and it's very easy to come across a lot of people from that know different languages, come from different backgrounds, have different traditions, different foods, um, and it can be a change for like encouraging cross cultural collaboration as well, especially among young people, youngsters. I think it's because it builds a foundation, and if it's the foundation is introduced to the youngsters, to the younger generation, I think it goes forward as well, and it helps build the community itself as well. And I think by creating multicultural workshops, events, and shared learning programs, it's just a simpler way to bring that community and reduce isolation, improve understanding, and help young people just feel more connected and engaged with each other as well. Because I do feel like a lot of communities that sometimes they um, miss that key point, like have not having a very active community, let's say, or enough charity, young held charities, or like because they don't have much going on, it reduces that unity essentially. Second point, question essentially is to share a time or someone you took part in a joint decision making and describe how the concrete impact was. So I participated in a joint decision making during a university project where my team had a lot of different ideas, and we discussed our approach was we discussed the team each person's preferred approach, and we weighted it against the assignment requirements. And the group agreed on a combined method that balanced accuracy and practicality. This decision helped the team work efficiently and stay engaged and earn a high grade, essentially. Question three is tell a story of a problem solved through community collaboration. Who partnered and what it made work. So there's a few neglected local parks around my area, and the charity that I was previously with, we came together and we restored through collaborations with essentially residents and youth, and the local council as well. So the residents obviously identified the problem. The council supplied materials and safety support, and the charity provided volunteers for cleaning and repainting as well, which was us, the youth. And because of each group contributed differently and their strengths as well, the park was revived within, I think, a few weekends, because we mainly run in the weekends because everyone's available as well, and it's just a bit more convenient as well for the society itself. And we basically gave it a new transformation, made it more safer and more welcoming for other families. And this showed how a shared goal and combined efforts can quickly improve a community space. Question number four is propose one concrete plan or idea that would strengthen um, your community's long long-term resilient and self-management. So I feel like a practical way to strengthen the community's long-term resilience is to create a local skill exchange program, like workshops essentially, where many residents have, because many like residents have useful abilities like financial literacy or tutoring or some language support, IT help, cooking, repairs, the list goes on. And but these aren't quite widely shared. And I feel like the workshop or the program would connect people who need support with uh, those kind of activities and those who can like offer it as well. So it builds like a almost like a network of mutual helping that doesn't rely on large budgets as well. Um, by encouraging teaching, learning, and collaboration, the community would grow more self-reliant, connected, and better equipped to handle challenges, which could also ultimately reduce isolation and building trust, which was my original point as well. Question number 5 is explain how to embed the fairness and inclusion into community activities so that marginalized people can participate more easily. So embedded fairness and inclusion in community activities means removing barriers that prevent marginalized people from participating. This begins with involving them in planning so they needs shape the activity from the start. So using like clear communication, multiple languages, access venues, and practical support, um, such as like locals participation, childcare, flexible scheduling, helps people feel a bit more welcome, which creates a more respectful environment where people feel heard and valued. Question number 6. Share 3 practical mechanisms. First one I think is like you like panels. It create a permanent group of youngsters who meet with the local officials to give feedback on policies, services, and community plans. Second one would be a youth-led consultations, which could be held irregular, like surveys or forums or workshops designed and facilitated by young people so that their priorities directly shape decisions. And another one could is representation on local boards, self-dedicated seats for young people on council committees, school boards, or community organizations to ensure they have real influence, like, and not just the input. Question number 7 is to like describe a creative or cultural activity led by residents and explain how it changed public perceptions of the area. Residents in my area organize a multicultural street festival. Like it features like music, art, food, and dances from diverse communities, and it's a fully resident led with like it's a fully resident led with families, performers, and young people who are all contributing. Um, Question number 8 is to propose a model of community ownership or local reinvestment of assets and explain its economic, social views. So, a strong model for community ownership is community investment fund, where residents collectively own and manage a shared asset. It's like a community center or like a local market and reinvest revenue into neighborhood projects. Residents contribute ideas, votes on priorities, and help oversee fund use, ensuring decisions reflect community needs. Economically, it helps like the money it helps keep the money circling locally to support workshops, small businesses, youth programs, and shared spaces. Socially, it builds trust and cohesion and pride, creating a resilient community that manages its resources and future together. Question number 9. give a creative idea that combines community arts with environmental or climate action. A creative idea is to organize a recycle art trail where residents collect cardboard, plastic, and other recycled materials and work with local artists to turn them into outdoor sculptures displayed around the neighborhood. Each artwork would highlight an environmental theme, like reducing waste or protecting nature or saving energy, which also could be provided with like QR codes linking to the practical climate tips. This combines creativity with education. It reduces waste, it encourages recycling, gets people involved in hand-on climate action, and transforms public spaces into a more inspiring reminders of environmental responsibilities. Question number 10, which is the final question, is to share a practice or course design that effectively builds youth leadership and organizes skill locally. I think that would be an effective approach. I think an effective approach is a weekly youth leadership bootcamp, combining practical skills with real community projects. Sessions teach core skills like public speaking, project management, conflict resolution, budgeting, and it's followed by like a group challenges where participants lead a mini initiatives in the neighborhood. This hands-on production approaches develops confidence, teamwork, and decision making. And that's it. Thank you.